You know the state I was in a year ago, several years ago? I was in a place where I wanted to improve and I didn't know how. I knew I had certain issues, for lack of a better word, certain aspects, I should say, of my mental state, of my mind, of my psyche that I wanted to change, and I couldn't change them. I was looking for help, I was reading books, I was watching videos, and the things I was doing just wasn't working. The advice that I was given, I should say, wasn't working. And so that's why I've started Top Hūman. I don't want other people to suffer through the way I did. I don't want other people to want to do the work to change, but being given advice that doesn't actually change anything. It sounds nice, but it doesn't actually make the difference that makes the difference. I don't want people to want to be unplugged and not know how. I don't want people to want to stop their automatic negative thinking or their automatic conditioning and not know how to do it. Because you can do it, it's just you need the right tools. And having the right tools is something I'm very passionate about. Because the right tool can save you so much time and so much energy and so much effort. But you have to just have the tool. You have to be able to use it. You have to have it and know how to use it, right? And have something to use it on. And hey, when it comes to mindset, we all have something to use it on, right? But you gotta have the right tool and you gotta know how to use it. A lot of the tools that are out there, affirmations, reading books, meditating and focusing on your breath, just like all these things that are out there, they didn't do it for me. They just didn't work. So if you feel that way, Mindworx is a system to change your thoughts, to change your mind, to change your conditioning. It's the best personal growth thing I've found. Hooking it up with breaking perspective, I'll call it. Talking to other people who have a different perspective than you and can help you shift that. That's another aspect you can't get from within yourself. It really helps to have an external perspective when you need something to shift, a perspective to shift. But there's a lot of stuff that external perspectives cannot shift for you, such as the noisiness of your head. That's something you have to do on your own. No one else can do that but you. You gotta put in the time, you gotta put in the work. And so what do you do? What work do you do? What tool do you use? And Mindworx is that tool. So that's why I've created it. I'm really passionate about efficiency and having the right tool and the best tool for the job. And I truly believe Mindworx is that tool. So go ahead and click the link wherever there's a link on this video. I've got the first lesson for free. It's very simple. Helps you build the mind-body connection, and that's the first step to actually doing the work. But I remember I was in a place where I wanted to stop the negative self-talk. I wanted to stop the overthinking, the overanalyzing. I wanted to stop thinking about a girl or a woman that I was addicted to and attached to emotionally, and she was not attached to me. She did not feel the same way. You know, it's a waste of your human energy, your human time, your life, and it's a challenge. It really is when you're in it and you don't know how to get out of it, and you don't even know you're in it. I mean, my mind was weak for years. For most of my life, my mind was weak. And it really took me doing the work and breaking the perspective that I had of myself and realizing what was possible once I got out of the traditional advice of affirmations, of these guided meditations, these visualizations, these things that just didn't do it. It's not going to rewire the brain the way it needs to be rewired. It's not going to remove the trapped energy and trapped emotions from your body that need to physically be removed. These things have to happen. It's biology. There's a biology to this healing, to this rewiring of the brain and of the body that has to happen, that all these other books and things just are not talking about. So it's pretty wild. It's literally wild. And I haven't seen anyone else bundle it all up. So it's here in the Mindworx program, and I'm just stoked to start teaching people this. So if you're interested, just ping me a message, click the link wherever it is. But I don't want people to struggle. I don't want people to want to change and not know what to do or how to do it, or have a guider, have a teacher if I had a guide, a teacher to, like, if I had me, right? If younger me had older me to walk me through the steps and could tell me, like, hey, it takes a little bit of a leap of faith, which it does. When I started meditating, I had to have that little bit of a leap of faith. And so if you have that little bit of a leap of faith and you can follow a process, which I wasn't given before. When I started, I had a couple processes from this book or that video. It wasn't ever truly systematized. But if I had me, and I had, which I do and I did, the discipline to sit down and do the work, then I would have improved so much faster, because I would have had a coach, a guide, a teacher, a mentor who could help me out. And I didn't have that. So I had to figure it out all on my own. So if you're working on trying to figure out your head, if you're working on trying to figure out your mind, your psyche, if you're trying to rewire your brain to remove some negativity, remove some self-talk, stop some negative thinking, then I would love to be your mentor. I would love to help you, because I was there. I know what it's like, and it sucks. It just freaking sucks. And it's really challenging to rewire something from the inside if you don't know how to do it. It's a process I had to discover on my own over years, and I spent more than the past decade being a Silicon Valley software engineer, so I'm trained and I'm good at figuring these types of things out on my own, and thank God I am, because who knows where I would be. I'd be depressed, I'd be alone, I'd be, I don't know, in a room somewhere just not talking to people. I would be very sad and probably on some meds. Honestly, if I didn't have this process, if I didn't discover Mindworx, and if I wasn't able to figure this stuff out on my own, I would probably be on some kind of anxiety medication or a serotonin reuptake inhibitor, something that I just knew that I would know is just not good for me in the long run. You know, I'm very passionate about the tools, but having holistic tools, natural tools that are not going to interfere with me and that are a long-term solution, right? I don't want to have to start taking medicine that's going to hopefully change something in my brain, and then, well, okay, now that you took the thing, it's now a crutch, and so now you have to actually wean yourself off of it little by little, and when you get off of it, well, maybe you'll be better, maybe you won't. I was willing to do the work to naturally change my mindset, change my state, change the way my brain works, do the rewiring, and there wasn't a lot of things out there that really helped me do that. So that's why I stumbled upon what I now call the Mindworx process, and it's crazy. It blows my mind, the similarities, the alignments it has with other modalities other people have discovered. And that's what keeps me confident and saying that I know I'm on the right path, and I know this will help people, because I'm not the only one who's discovered stuff like this. But I haven't seen anyone have a mindset rewiring program the way that I've done it. And that comes at it with this very logical approach to the emotional work. So if you're a logical person, if you like having systems, if you like that step-by-step approach, then check out Mindworx, right? Shoot me a message, find the link, and I'd love to walk you through it, because this is an emotional healing system and a mindset changing, rewiring system based on logic, and it's systematized. And I haven't seen that anywhere else. So I think it's one of a kind. I really do. So check it out, and I'll see you on the inside. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.